Everyone, this is the Bureau Watcher, July 7th, 2016, and what you're looking at here is an image that I captured on a recent video upload of the cloaking device. And let me show you also what I had caught. So this was caught, all kinds of cloaking devices. So let me open up this video for you, or picture. This right here. And next, I want to show you, this is the cloaking device. See the hexagonal squares? I believe they're all joined together in a very complex and extremely large thing that's hovering above our sky. So next, in this video, wasn't easy to make. It's basically 5.5 hours. So went to the video site. You click on current images. You can see here it actually refreshes every 120 seconds. But you're going to miss out on all the cool stuff in between if you do that. So I just clicked refresh like every 15 seconds. So the images you see in between are pictures of advertisements on the web page as it refreshes. So here we go. But I believe the planet here that's being masked is actually this one. And I apologize, I was wrong to say that all these rings were planets. They're actually rings. So check this out. And I also want you to know this oscillating device here, I believe it's rotating up and down. Just look at the rhythm of this thing as it progresses across the sky. And I want you to show these defined rings. And the reason I no longer say it's a planet, because we can see the ring on the inside. But this object here is, I think, is what they're obfuscating. People like to use that word. With these rings of light. And look at this. You see how it shows the inside light? I believe it's actually, there's one of the advertisements. I believe it's channeling light through a set of mirrors or reflective tubes. Probably some sort of telescope. This thing is huge. And look how the rings are interconnected with each other as this thing reveals itself. And see this thing oscillating up and down in a perfect rhythm as if something was rotating in front of the sun. And things just get more interesting. And again, see the interlinking rings here? Looks like what you would see in the Olympics or something, right? And big ones and small ones too. So these are apparently the bigger rings in this system of cloaking devices. And watch what unfolds in this area, because this thing really lights up and lights that thing up. And look how it's completely. So I think what they have done is basically interlinked these around the entire planet. Well, at least in a band around basically where the sun that follows the sun. This thing is like solid all the way to the ground. Yeah, that's and look how tight that is. Look at all those rings in there. At first you would think that I thought this was a planet, but when we come back up here and we see it again in this side, we can see the inside of this ring. And look how it's like channeling the light through it. But again, I think the real object is actually over here. You see the shadow of a giant planet. You know, why would they do this? Because they don't want you to get freaked out. Also, at the end of the video, I'm going to put the previous one from Brisbane. It's basically doing the same thing, and you could do the same thing too. And one other thing, when we've seen this before, we don't always see the red. So I believe when you see the red, that's when it's hiding an object is actually behind it. As this thing is oscillating this fake sun. And when I say fake sun, I'm not saying that ain't actually the sun behind it, but perhaps they could be from time to time when one of these planets eclipses our sun, they turn on the International Space Station star, and they turn it on from there so that you won't see the sun being eclipsed or the moon not being eclipsed or eclipsed. So they manipulate that one too. So the moon's being blocked out by so many different, either a full moon or a partial moon. It's all messed up. So they go ahead and make a holographic moon anyways, so that we won't freak out and keep paying our bills and be good people, so that the rich can continue to digging their tunnels underground. Yeah. So you do this yourself. Again, just go to the website and link in the description, or go get your own camera and watch the sunset, and you will see this. And by the way, this is in Aquarius as the sun is setting in Australia. Next, I'm going to show you uh, the Bureau's shadow. Okay, so this thing is facing the southern part. Actually, let's just watch the time lapse. I believe that is the actual planet. Excuse me, not the shadow. Well, it's kind of casting shadow on the atmosphere. It's not behind the camera. It's a direct viewing. This is facing the south. And again, I believe this to be near the Aquarius star system. Just keep watching that. Look at it. You can even see it on the shadow here. Excuse me. Let me enlarge the view here. And let me run that. I'm going to run it again because I should have ran it. Okay. So here we go, the time lapse. This is very recent. How would you explain that? How could it be a spot on the lens? It couldn't be a fly or a spider either. Those excuses are wearing thin, right? With a shadow, matching shadow on the water. It's there, it's real. It's morphing and twisting because of the plasma tail, which is bending as it approaches, as it's basically facing Nemesis. Next, I want to show you. This is Lake Starnberg. This would have been the shadow of this thing. This would have been an awesome view of it too. However, isn't that convenient? The internet is down. Well, the NSA has the power to actually turn off the internet. So look at this freaking thing. This would have been an awesome view of it also. Shut down. When I look at the time lapse, it only goes back. You have Tuesday, 1800 hours, 1700 hours on the 5th. Really? What just happened to the 6th? It's all gone. Off all day on the 6th. One frame on the 5th. The 4th, 1700 hours, skips a whole day. Right. They want to blame this on the internet. By the way, do you catch this shadow here? Next, I want to show you at the same time this is all happening on yet another camera. This object again shows up, not on the spot on the lens. Spots on the lens don't move. This is facing the north. Again, this, I believe, is the shadow by blocking the sun's light against the atmosphere. Okay, I'm not saying that's the actual planet. It's the actual planet is facing. All the stuff is coming from the south, casting shadows on the north. Watch. Again, this system also, there's your wings. Look at that thing. It's getting bigger and bigger. And you can see it dancing around. And there's your classic Nibiru wing shape right there. Let me zoom in on that one. Okay. Even look at the thumbnails of this thing and show you how long it stayed in the frame. It is a very fast-moving planet. It's not mistaken like the other planets. This one has a lot of speed and movement to it. We can see it started in this frame here. And you can see it progressing through the sky as we go. Let's look at that thing. Well, thank God we can even still see this stuff today. They're shutting these down though. Some of the video cameras don't even exist. They just completely went offline. And if there's anything else, I try to capture this, but some of the try to see how many cameras I can watch this stuff on. Anyways, thank you for watching.